So the bottom of the deck was South Node, Life's Debts. So the aspects of this card are coming through in your chart this month. So this is all about letting go of the past in order to move forward. So there are some things about you or possibly in your life, some things are holding you back. You need to let these go now. So this would be old patterns, old routines, things that you just do without thinking. You know, it could be a job or a way of life. You just continue day after day doing the same thing. There's no joy, there's no creativity, there's no real passion about what you're doing, that kind of thing. Or it could be old repetitive patterns and routines which just you've outgrown now, or you need to outgrow in order to move forward. So this is all about dropping the baggage, whatever it may be. Only you will know what it is. It's time to let all that go now so that you can really move forward, to really resolve a whole lot of things and move forward into your future. It could also be to do with things like addictions, letting addictions go, and that does come up in your chart as well. So it could be any kind of addiction. And it could be an addiction to drama. It could be an addiction to a situation or to a person or to a way of life or to certain things within that lifestyle that you're addicted to. So it's about overcoming that, resolving various issues that, you know, those addictions are trying to feed, resolving those and moving forward. It could also be that you've been feeling very trapped up until now in certain circumstances, and you really need to let go of those things now so that you can move forward into your new life. That's what this card is about. It's all about dropping baggage, and it could be very quick, it could be fast, it could be sudden endings. Who knows what goes on when this comes for you? There really is nothing you can do. It will happen, and you've got to move forward. Then in the first house, we have Black Moon Lilith Mystery. So with the first house, that's everything to do with the self, everything to do with your physical body, your vitality, your personality. It's also your outward appearance, so how you're coming across to other people as well. So your personality, your characteristics, but what you're projecting as well. We all project. So what you're projecting to others, what they're picking up, how they're perceiving you, and also just your own personal independence, how you are making your way in the world, what's going on your outlook, your attitude, the way you're moving forward. So with this card, there's a couple of warnings with this card, but it could also be that the issues around this card are directed at you. So you're either going through them, you're seeing them in somebody else, or they could be directed at you in some way. So I do feel that this may be, there is a fair amount of abundance coming in for you in your chart. If you do the work, you know, if you do the work, which is what this card is all about, the letting go of the baggage. In your 12th house, which is all about the unconscious, you have a wonderful card, Jupiter return in there. So really you have a wonderful, very quick, fast moving opportunity to let go or to resolve or to finish, to solve a whole lot of problems, to really lift yourself up. And in doing so, you may attract sort of negative emotions from others because they see you changing, they see you growing, they see you moving forward. It could be that, or it could be that you're seeing this in somebody else to see how it is. But if you are feeling these emotions and you're experiencing this, then you need to find a healthy outlet. So basically, Black Moon Lilith mystery, there is a fair amount of mystery that comes with this card, but it's the kind of mystery where it's like you're waiting for something to happen. All right. Something is a bit mysterious, or it could be unclear. You just don't have all the facts. Some things are obscured from you at this time. So it's unclear path, facts are obscured, things are a little bit mysterious, but it also could be that you're holding your breath, waiting for something to happen. Undercurrents going on. But it's also about be careful what comes from fear, anger, or any of these other emotions like envy, jealousy, bitterness, revenge, and guilt, Feelings of being slighted or overlooked. So bitterness comes in there as well. Rebellion may even come in there. So all of these emotions are darker feminine emotions. It's also the strength of the darker feminine, which can come in as well. So you may just have to hold tight to certain things, to not give way on certain issues if that is appropriate for you. But it's also about finding a healthy outlet for these darker emotions, which could really, if they're expressed, they could undo a whole lot of work and a whole lot of effort that you've already put in. It could all just be undone in one fell swoop. So be really careful with that. But as I said, it could be that it's being directed at you by others, or you could be seeing it in another. But if it is you, then find a healthy outlet for it. Those sort of darker emotions. It's also, as I said, undercurrents could be swirling around you right now. This is a card of also outsmarting others. So it's a kind of winning energy as well, but it's outsmarting others. You could be doing that at this time. There's complicated circumstances. You could be involved in a secret affair of some kind. That does also come out. Obsessions come out with this card. Also unplanned births. Who knows how it affects you. So just think about all of those things. See how it is panning out for you, whether it's for you or somebody else. Then in the second house, we have Taurus, I have. So this is a growth card, a growth and abundance card. It's coming into your second house, which is a really good place for it to be. Second house is your house of income. It's also the house of your self-worth, and also the house of your value systems. So what you value in yourself, what you value in others, and just what you value in general. And this is possessions, ownership. This house also covers land, property, real estate, anything like that. And also your local environment can come in as well. So so just see how you do with that. But it's basically your security, whether this is internal or external. And with this card, it's all about growth and abundance, that you have the opportunity for planting seeds now. Okay, so I do feel with this boost that you get in your unconscious, it could play out where you now start taking action in certain areas, which is going to bring you abundance. And that is clearly coming up in your chart. Some things you just have to let go of, which is what this card tells you to do. And I feel when you do that, then you will be able to harness this abundant energy. So planting seeds, it's about independence. It's a very stable and positive card coming in for you, very stable and positive energy. Money matters will be front and center. So all money matters, and this is bank accounts, accumulating funds, investments, currency, counting, everything to do with numbers and currency, money, and accumulating and working things out. It's all everything to do with that. It's also about what you own, assessing that, and perhaps making necessary purchases and so on. It's a good time to ask for finance or for a pay rise. That may be appropriate for you at this time. This card is also about the arts. So you may be involved in that in some way, or perhaps you're wanting to invest in something to do with that, but it's everything to do with the arts. So this is stage work. This is anything artistic. It all comes in under this, and it could even be a ballet. It could be music, any of the arts. So it could be of interest for you, or it's something to do with perhaps you're earning money in that field, or perhaps you want to do something in that. You want to take up an activity in one of those things, and you're going to earn money from that income. It's something to do with that. This is also a card of nurturing. So this is nurturing of yourself, which is very important for your self-worth, and also the nurturing of others, or the nurturing of your money, your accounting, or your projects, or your possessions, what it is you want to possess and how you want to, go forward with that. But all of it really comes down to your self-worth. You want to feel abundant. You want to feel that you're growing and improving your situation, and becoming more independent. And that is all about planting seeds for the future as well. And this is a very good card to help you with that. It's also a card of materialism. So, yes, it's fine to harness your possessions, to actually take ownership of certain things, as long as it doesn't overtake you and become an obsession. So just be aware of that. Then in the third house, we have Leo, I will. So it's a very positive card to be having in your third house. This is the house of your communication, your expression. So this is all forms of communication, written, verbal, body language, anything to do with online interactions. It's also the house of contracts and documents. So it's a very positive card to be coming in. It's about expressing yourself in an honorable way as well. You need to do that. So show strength and handle everything in this house in an honorable way. So all forms of communication. This could be communication to others around you, one-on-one, but it can also be a wider audience. So this is the public. So you could be, getting involved in something, and therefore, handling yourself in an honorable way becomes doubly important, because now you've got many more people looking at you and assessing what it is that you're producing. So think about that, because this card can bring you into the spotlight, and you could very well be the center of attention in some way. So it's about showing strength, and it's all about warmth, vitality. You could also be involved in some sort of romantic communication as well. So giving romantic messages or receiving romantic messages. You could be communicating with a particular person, and it's a very loving, strong and honorable communication. So a lovely card. All things romantic. It's also, it could also be to do with specific communication to people that are close to you, like, this would be relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and also neighbors can come in as well. So, so you will be at the center of something with this card, in the spotlight in some way. It could be that you're, in a greater public profile or a public forum of some kind. There's recognition, there's appreciation. Creativity is very strong with this card. Also youth and children come in with this card. So you may be involved in that in some way. Perhaps you're a teacher. The stage or stage work comes in, and anything to do with the media, being in the media in some way, whether it's TV or series or the stage, or it could even be films. Who knows? But you're kind of in the limelight in some way, and it's almost like a bigger audience. This indicates growth in reputation and career. Originality comes in with the Leo card. You could also be multitasking quite a lot. It's also about spontaneity. So make sure that you're involving that energy in yourself, that spontaneous, lovely, warm energy. This house is also about short local trips. So this could be trips just locally. Take a trip to somewhere in the sun, if you've got something nearby that you can go and do, or just a warm place, or a fun place, or a creative place. Perhaps you want to go on some kind of creative adventure. It's a painting holiday or something. But it's local. It's not international. Necessarily. When we say international, I'm talking about a long journey that takes massive planning. This is a quick, short local trip. It could also be that you're socializing quite a bit at this time, and at this time of the year it's entirely possible. Nightlife is involved, concerts, music, live events, that kind of thing could be very well featuring for you. Then in the fourth house we have Part of Fortune Increase, lovely card. So this card coming into your fourth house, this is the house of home and family. So it's your home, the actual physical structure where you live. It's also it covers the people in your home, and also the atmosphere in your home. It's also about your relationship with your family, your roots, your foundation, your ancestry, your ethnic identity, whatever is appropriate for you. So it's your relationship with all of that, where you've come from. Part of Fortune Increase is exactly that. So you can expect a time of easy flow in this house. You could be resolving conflicts. There's generosity coming in, whether you're giving that out or you're receiving it. There's balance with this card, a sense of belonging as well. Good fortune comes in, which brings in happiness, wealth, success. You may work from home, and you sort of something is taking off for you there, or you could be bringing success home and enjoying it in your home life. If it's to do with your physical structure where you're actually living, you could be repairing what needs to be fixed at this time. Perhaps you get some sort of a windfall, or you've been planning something and now you can go ahead with that. It could also be that you're embarking on a lifestyle which is off the grid. Okay, it's a very popular notion at this time. Lots of people are doing it, and you could be dipping your toe in that. It's also the stirring of inherent talents and abilities. And that's normally a karmic trigger sets that off. So it's the stirring of those. Something could be rising to the surface. So whether this is something to do with your home, perhaps you're doing a renovation or you're redecorating or something, and and all of a sudden you realize that you're actually really quite good at this. Or it could just be that you're seeing this in your home. Perhaps you have people in your home which are going to stir certain talents. It's their influence on you in your home which is going to stir these talents that have been latent in you. And therefore there is learning to do with that. So whatever comes up, whatever you discover, any kind of hidden talent or ability, there's learning around that. Which is required to monetize it or to enhance it or to hone it. But it's all to do, it could even be some kind of family trait which you thought you never had, or some old aunt or uncle from way back had the same talent and now it's appearing in you. So it's something to do with that.